Hello everyone and welcome to this week's Tarot Tuesday readings. I've chosen 3 cards for my Angels and Ancestors Oracle card deck to lead you into each reading. And for reading number 1 we have Autumn, Release the Old and Rest. And for reading number 2 we have Star Ancestor, Follow the Voice of Your Soul. And for reading number 3 we have She-Wolf, Unleash the Wild Within. So just take a moment right now and call all your energy back into yourself and feel your heart beating, feel yourself breathing deeply, and see which card or cards draw you in and you can't stop looking at them, or just something about them that you want to find out more. And I will see you in the readings. Welcome, reading number 1. You chose the card Autumn and Release the Old and Rest. And the first thought and feeling I get right now is that part of what you get to release this week, right now, whenever you're seeing this reading, is all the pressure and the expectation that's weighing you down. I think it's almost like all the things that you are pressuring yourself with the influence from the outside. So feeling like you have to be a certain way, feeling like you have to get everything done. It's like feeling like how you're perceived has to be a certain way, and you have to get everything done to feel like that's done right, you know. It's a chance for you to recover, you know. Autumn and then this leading up to the winter solstice. This time of year is a lot about releasing this year, releasing anything from this year you don't want to take into the next. You know, we're in the sort of, if you're in the northern hemisphere, we're in the darkest days, you know, leading up to the summer solstice, where the sun actually becomes stationary for a while before we start seeing the light and more light again, more daylight. So this is the time for that inner work. You know, the crow is a lot about the truth within you, you know, and just taking that time with your inner work to release. You know, that I'm sure you're very aware, you know, the trees, they shed their leaves willingly every year. They give so much colour and vibrancy to it. It's done with love, you know, and then they go into this slower period where they are taking the time, you know, to replenish, ready for their growth next year. So it's really asking you not to hold on anymore. It makes space for newness, for excitement, for something new when you actually release old things and let them go. Let's see what else the other cards have to say for you. I'm going to ask our animal spirit friends to help here. And instantly got a couple, I think. Is there any more? Yeah, I thought there was. Here we are. Let's have a look what these guys have to say. Watch your words with Parrot Spirit. Time for beginner mind. Oh, that's not fitting on. Just shift everything up a bit. You on there? Yeah. Time for beginner mind with Porcupine Spirit. And then I do like this one with Bee Spirit. Sweet results await. So this is like the, you know, what you get to help yourself with to move into these sweet results that are just on the horizon, you know. So watch your words. I get that sense of the thoughts and the stories that you're telling yourself about your current situation or who you need to be. And I know this time of year can feel like a lot of pressure, like it should be done a certain way and, you know, everything should be perfect. And in reality, none of that matters. What matters is the love we share with everyone and the stories that and the memories we make, not the perfection that we perceive it needs to be. Watch your words is like, don't put yourself down because that you're not helping yourself flourish and shine. Watch your words is a lot about these old thoughts and ideas that you get to release. Time for beginner mind is really reflecting this. It's like a reset. This release is a reset. You have this opportunity right now to just go, right, I am choosing to reset. So it's anytime that the old thoughts, the old habits, the old ideas, the old stories are coming up, you're like, no, we're resetting that. And you can program in a different thought if you want, a more positive one, a more helpful one, or just be like, no, I'm not allowing that one to continue. So this beginner mind is this sense of, wipe it, it's like erasing it to start again. So releasing it, releasing the thoughts and turning them into some more beauty, Let's see what the other cards have to say for you. Let's keep, one of these. Yes, smudge, clearing energy. I definitely get that sense. We're at this time of year, like I said, where we're clearing stuff out. If you do smudging ceremonies, go ahead, clean out your house, clean out your energy. If you don't go that far, look at cleaning your house. So there's always those dark corners that energy sits in. If there's junk that's been sitting around that you haven't dealt with, it's like it's time to deal with all these bits of junk and things that just get to be cleared out, organized, got rid of, So it's not only internal. I feel like there's an external cleanse time as well. It's time to just clear out the external junk that's around you to allow that inner beauty to shine more freely, because you aren't holding on to physical things even that are not helping you feel your best. Let's see, hummingbirds have a wee message for you. No need to struggle against the wind when you can catch the current and sail easily upon the breeze. Smooth flight. I feel like it's, this is what's coming, when you release that old thoughts and old habits, it's going to be easier. So the struggle at the moment is you're still doing all these things and being all these things and putting yourself under all this pressure instead of just letting it go and flying with the wind and letting it take you where you need to be, letting you be in rhythm and in flow with your life. Let's take one more oracle card before we dive into the tarot cards for more details for this week. I think that's your card there. Yes. Can we see that? Yeah, beautifully. That's sat on there beautifully. The ghost dance. I just hear that, the ghosts of the past. And I just like the fact that it's dance. I just feel like it's, sweet results. It's that feeling of releasing doesn't need to be heavy and hard. This is about when you start to just let go of that hold and control that you've been so diligently living your life by, you get to dance, invite more joy into your future. Letting go of these ghosts. And it's already I feel like it's already starting to happen. You're already starting to release, but you have that sense of wanting to hold on and resist, because sometimes it's easier to do that, or it's scarier when you create space within yourself that wasn't there before. So that's that space where you get to dance, where you get to shine, where you get to invite in the joy. You're creating space for more love, for more joy. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say. I'm going to go with these colourful ones today. Oh, okay, fair enough. They wanted to come out. Let's see what we've got here. Yeah, this is you right now. This is you with your Six of Swords. And it's that you're already on this journey of releasing, but you're just holding on to this bag. You're being guided. There's things that can fall away. You are guided through the storm instead of struggling, but you're still holding on to this bag here, this baggage that doesn't need to come with you, and it's weighing you down. we have the Lovers. Oh, beautiful cards. The Four of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Sun. Beautiful cards. Lovers, you know, this is about making that choice to love more deeply with your heart, to stepping more into who you really are. And it, like, when you make that choice to let go of, like what I've said, all the control, the sort of thoughts, you know, all the things that have just not really helped you, that's when you step into relationship with the world, with people around you, with your animals around you, with so much more love. And then you start to feel the joy. This Four of Wands is a lot about celebration with people, you know. It's like you get to celebrate you get to celebrate your life with people because you don't feel so isolated because you're not trying to control so much. Eight of Pentacles is just possibilities, ideas, you know, that flash of creativity. It's like newness, new excitement coming to your life, you know, new things that are going to feel so good, that are going to light you up because, you know, you have the Sun card, which is such a big yes card. These sweet results are just there. All you get to do is just turn your thoughts around. You know, this is about you sorting your mind. When you sort your mind and release what isn't serving you, this is where you're going to move into this light, into this space of smooth flight, of things working out, of being in flow, of just everything just feeling right for once. You know, if you felt like everything just felt so wrong, it's just because of the stories you've been telling yourself, all these things that you've been using to try and control you and your world just to make it feel easier. Releasing that is going to bring in this light. Reading number 1. This is your reading. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome, reading number 2. You chose the card Star Ancestor and follow the voice of your soul. And I can't help seeing the constellations, and it gives me that sense of that if you felt like you don't know where you're going or what you're doing, that all the dots are going to connect back together, you know, like the constellations, like the stars are connected to make images and give you guidance. I feel like that's where you're at. These, you're going to hear and feel the guidance. Everything's going to connect back together where it's felt like it hasn't been. You know, you're going to hear messages. It feels a lot like you have such a deep presence and purpose here. And I think sometimes we get a little bit lost when we feel like we're not achieving our purpose. And deep purpose can just come from living your life intentionally, from living it with love and gratitude, from moving in balance with everything around you. You know, and that's where you'll find your inspiration, and you'll know which direction to go, what you want to do, what you need to do, what you get to do. You're gonna find that path that lights you up, that takes you on this journey that, you know, isn't always roses. It's sometimes challenges, but it just feel like this path is opening up for you. There's a doorway opening, there's a path opening up for you, and you need to tune in and listen. Just keep following the threads that come your way that give you guidance as to what you get to do, what you're moving into. Let's see what the cards have to say for you. Do we have a card for reading number 2 here? Let's have a look. Well, this one is very much in alignment with the first card we have here. We have Crow Spirit, co-create with Spirit. And we have, does that fit on? Up a bit, Crow. There we are. Dolphin Spirit, this and that are true. I hear doubts. You have had a rough time and you're struggling with your faith in things working out for you, and that this and that are true just feels like that's the doubts. It's like you're not really believing in something more. And the cards here are really asking you to reignite your faith. This co-create with spirit is like, believe that everything is working for you and is going to work out for you. The crows are the truth. The crows are birds that can come in from this world and into the other world. So they're deeply connected between worlds. So they come with guidance. So if you're seeing crows a lot, there's definitely a message coming through for you. And there's just this little thread that you get to follow. And this and that are true. I feel like you have an opportunity here to actually put down that doubt and follow the thread. Just keep following the thread regardless. You must pick it up and follow any signs that are coming your way and believe in them, because the guidance is coming. Turning your back on it is not going to help you feel any better, and it's not going to allow you to flow in the way that you can. Let's see what these cards have to say. Oh, these two. The child and the journey. Perhaps your inner child is feeling wounded by the challenges of life. Sometimes like the challenges, it can feel really rough, and it's quite often your inner child that gets that. It's that literal sense, in the same way the animals take things very literally. It's that literal sense of, oh, this is just awful and it's not working out. Whereas as adults, we know that, there's ups and downs, there's bumps in the road, and you have to learn to live with them and move with them and keep following the guidance that's coming through. The journey is about the journey within. See, this person has their hands, their arms wrapped around them. The journey within is where you're going to find all this connection to something more than you're perceiving right now. So if you are, the other side of it is if you're not hearing any messages or not finding a thread and not seeing that path that's lighting your way, like, it's time to go within. It's time to take some time for stillness, for deep breaths, for meditation. If that's what you do, you can meditate when you walk. It's just like switch off the mind, switch off getting distracted by things, and really move into a sense of stillness. And that's when you're going to hear the guidance. So the on the other side of this is here. So maybe you're hearing guidance and you're not really truly believing it or following it or listening to it. The other side is, if you're not getting the guidance, or you feel like you're not getting the guidance, take some time for stillness. And that's when you'll know how to move forward, how to improve your life. Let's see what this one from the stick for you. This is it. What did I just say? So we have air, breath, and mindfulness. So confirmation, perhaps, that if you're not hearing the thing, some breathing techniques, some deep breathing, some mindfulness. Be aware of what stories your mind are creating, and yet allowing the stillness. And then get off your perch and move your body to usher in new energy and create positive momentum. Yeah. So we do a little bit of inner work, a bit of time, and then we move. Don't get stuck feeling down that you're not hearing things. Don't get stuck feeling down like life's dragging you down. We're asking for some gentle movement. You need to keep moving. You can't stay completely stationary. We can have stillness, we can have quiet time, but that stationary time, it feels like, don't stay completely stationary. Move, go out, walk in nature, do something creative. I just feel like to help you move into flow, to help you feel like you're in balance, you just need to create a bit of positive momentum in your life. Oh, I've just had that really lightheaded, almost ear-ringing feeling like someone's shouting messages at me. And I think that's like, this is where a bit of movement is going to help you to hear. So if you haven't been hearing, some stillness, some breathing, some mindfulness, so you're in the right receiving open way, and then allow some movement. And this can just be creative movement, something that lights you up, something that just helps you to flow better with the universe. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say for you. See that card. Those two. More if we can. Oh, or three. Let's see what we've got here. A good pile anyway. So this one wanted to come out first, the Two of Swords. Yeah, feel like you can't hear the messages. Notice crows cut a crow. You are hearing messages. There's many threads, but you feel blindfolded and attacked. And that's just because you're just not in the right feeling sense, the right open sense to receive them. That's all. Justice. We have the Three of Pentacles. The World. Wow. King of Cups. Nine of Wands. Oh, we've got lots of cards come out today. Might have to move these down a little bit to allow the extra ones up the top here. Down we go. Let's create space. Okay, so we have Two of Swords. That not really seeing, be able to co-create with spirit because you're kind of almost resisting it as well. That sense of resistance. When you come into that stillness is where you're going to find that balance. It's like that inner and outer world. That sense of it's all working out for you. The justice, like you're wanting justice, but actually it's just, this is life, and it sometimes has bumpy roads, and so it can test your belief and faith in your life, but know that it's all working out for you. Three of Pentacles is a lot about working together, and I feel like this is working together with yourself, with your inner child, with spirit, to create something beautiful. Because the world is your oyster, and this is you're at the completion of a phase here, and you just have there's just this little bit that you get to tune into to help you move into your future with so much more light and love in your heart. The King of Cups is someone who is so deeply connected with their own emotions and their imbalance. With your hand in your cup and the emotions, there is balance in there. When you find that balance, so with the Justice, you've maybe been feeling like, angry and upset and frustrated, and really you have this opportunity to tune into your heart space and shine out the light of love instead of getting caught up in what you perceive is going on. Because definitely this is what you perceive is going on. This sort of the Nine of Wands here is a lot about you're standing in your truth, and it feels like you're blocked, like every way you turn. That's why I get that sense of no matter what you do, every way you turn, it's not working out. You can't get. But actually, if you looked, a lot of these obstacles you could just step over if you just allowed yourself not to collapse in yourself when things happen. When you keep that emotional stability and that nervous system regulation, when you realize that you are deeply loved and supported when you move, because that's who you are. And this is this journey time. I said, you just need to take some time for yourself to gather your inner strength and open your inner light so that you can hear the guidance. Like the Hermit is a lot about guiding light. You are being guided. And then you're going to feel so much more connected. Imagine your life now where you feel centered, grounded, connected, and just in so much peace. And there's just so much that can come to you when you're not, becoming emotional about things not working out. When you're actually just believing and being in flow and creating your life from that deep sense. Look at these cards. Look at them. That's really similar energy. Like you have this within you. I just feel like this is you. You have it within you. It's just that everything that's gone on outside of you has really knocked you, and your poor wee inner child is just struggling to calm down. You know, that inconsolable child when something's happened, and it can be so small, and it feels so small to someone who's external of it, but for them it's like the worst thing in the world, and they just can't stop being upset. I feel like it's your inner child just needs a big hug and just told that you're okay, that you're amazing, that you can do this, that everything is going to work out for you, and that life will feel peaceful when you soothe your inner child and feel your inner strength. Reading number 2, it feels like you're going through a lot, but the strength you need is within you. Give your inner child a lovely hug and start creating that forward momentum, that gentle movement, and co-create with spirit. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome, reading number 3. You chose the card She-Wolf and Unleash the Wild Within. And immediately I just get that sense that this is about stepping into your power. You know, really moving into who you truly are and not allowing, the limits that you can get trapped by, especially when perceived by others. I get that sense that you are quite wild within, but you rein it in because it makes you seem so different from a lot of other people around you. And this card is asking you to let out that wildness, to reconnect with your rebellious heart, the part of you that likes to break boundaries, that just allow you to be so free to be who you are, free to grow into who you want to be, knowing that the life that you want is right here and now when you just step into your power. Let's see what the other cards have to say for you. Oh, 3 cards. Oh, excellent. Oh, yes. So I want to put the seer here. We have the seer. We have the sorcerer. And I'll just knock everything over. And the Tree of Life. Wow. What a set of cards. Yes. That's it. I done the reading. The seer has a lot of this she-wolf energy. You are someone who is so deeply wild and connected with nature and with the rhythms of life. And I think you rein it in a lot. You kind of hold that in a lot. It's there, it comes out a little bit, but it's like you perceive so much more than a lot of the people around you. And I actually think, like, when you step into your power and start showing people what you see, it will allow them to know that they can see it too. It's like that you will inspire them. You will help them to move beyond their current limits and boundaries. It's like, I just feel like you stepping into your truth allows them to step into their truth. Whereas you feel by holding yourself back, you're keeping yourself safe because you don't look different from them. But this is about you stepping into who you are. Letting go of any of the fears and limits that you've put on yourself. You know, the sorcerer, we're talking about finding all the spells and the things that have held you back and releasing them. Tree of Life is a lot about connecting with life fully, with your roots grounded, with your leaves growing, with the intertwining, the interconnectedness of all things, and that transformation with you see these tiny little butterflies there. So it's all about that deep centered connectedness and moving through life. It's a really good omen to get the Tree of Life. It's just that sense of you are deeply connected and everything is all growing and flowing when you step into your power. Let's see what other cards we have for you. Life is speeding up. So regardless of what you do right now, life is going to make you step up. And it can seem scary when you step. I feel like you're already kind of transitioning into your power. It's just you're not quite fully embracing it. And as you do this, like, it feels like life starts speeding up because everything starts clicking into place and clicking into flow. And when that does, it like everything starts speeding up because everything starts coming towards you, and it's good stuff that's coming towards you, even though sometimes it can feel like a challenge. It's like there's so many opportunities coming towards you fast when you step into flow with life. Let's take one of these. Antelopes are so agile. I think that's what the cards are asking you to be, is be agile while you move into it. We have omnipresence and tobacco, sacred medicine, reciprocation. My goodness, my words are doing well today. This is this deeply connectedness, like with not just our world, with the spirit world. There's so much connectedness around you, you know, and that giving and receiving and you know, being part of something bigger. I just feel like you're part of something bigger. I'd love to just pull a hummingbird for you. Let's see what the hummingbirds have to say. It's just you're part of something bigger. I just feel like this is just such a big, beautiful time for you. And you just get to move into it. Synergy, yeah. Your heart and your dreams blossom through fulfilling symbiotic partnerships. That deeply connectedness. So if you're not allowing yourself to be deeply connected with the world around you, with the plants, the animals, with everything that just feels so right for you, because you know, you're not doing that because perhaps not everyone else is doing it around you, and it seems like maybe you don't need to, or you know, people are going to call you out on it. Well, they can call you out on it. You can tell them what you're doing, and it can either inspire them to follow and do something similar themselves and live a more intentional, wonderful, deep life, or they'll fall away and other people will come into your life that are more in alignment with who you really are. So stop being afraid of losing the people around you right now, because any of them that you lose right now are actually just people that aren't you know, helpful to your growth. They're not actually people that are good to have around you. And the people who are sort of right to have around you will stay with you no matter how you change, no matter how you grow. So just, it feels kind of a bit callous, and can feel a bit challenging thinking about people in your life that way, but that's just the way it happens. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say for you. Lots of random, let's take those three. That's a lot of cards. Let's see what we've got here. Okay. You're nesting right now. Nurturing your own heart and nesting. Four of Swords. Within that nesting, you are growing stronger roots, stronger foundation, and that's how you move into your future, when you have that strong roots and that strong foundation. So perhaps you've been putting a lot of energy into yourself quietly, but you're not seeing the growth on the outside and you're not seeing the change. But there's a big shift coming. You know, with the magician, it's like that, the cauldron of life, you know, there's just so much more. And the magician, the seer, you know, the she-wolf, the sorcerer, you are the alchemist. You create your life. You design your life in a way that fits for you. So within that, like I said, that 3 of Cups, it brings in the people who are in alignment with you and they'll lift you up. You'll feel good. But you just have to go through this little rebirth right now. This time of finding balance, of finding connection and more balance, lots of balance, and taking that choice to move forward with your own magic. I see this like a magic wand. She's just throwing a magic wand there, like, yeah. So it really is about stepping into your truth, letting go of the person you were before. So it's like this time of just like reset, reconnection with your heart. And I feel like you've already put in the work to your foundations on solid truth of who you really are and that deep connectedness with all that is. You are the magician, you know, you're the seer, you're the sorcerer, you're the alchemist of your life. And I think really it's your internal is there. There's just this resistance to it coming out externally because you're worried about losing friends, losing connections. And there's nothing more I can say other than there's nothing better than you can do than be truly authentically yourself, because then anyone around you who is still with you are truly authentically with you as you are, and you're not pretending to be someone else or holding yourself back or holding your light in, which is not good for you. You know, that can create so much friction within yourself. And you're going to have friends. There's going to be people who stand with you. This is what the 3 of Cups is telling you. So just let that go. That's rebirth with the knowing of who you are. And find that choice, the 2 of Pentacles, between what was and what is, you know, like the ghost of what was and into who you truly are, dancing into your future with that balance. You know, you are deeply supported and guided as you move into this new energy of expansion, of growth, of beauty, of who you truly are, you know, letting that wildness out. Look how free this person is and the magic that's all around her because she has freed herself from her own restrictions. Reading number 3. This is your reading. Thank you so much for joining me.